The darkness always seemed to linger a little longer in my small corner of the world. With no one but my own thoughts for company, I found myself engaging in the simple act of watching the world outside my window. My neighbors' lives unfolded before me like scenes in a silent movie, and I, the lonely spectator, drank in every detail with hungry eyes. Tonight was no different. As the chill of winter seeped through the glass panes, I found myself drawn once again to the comforting glow of the street lights outside. Across the way, the neighbor's house stood silent and still, its windows aglow with warm hues. I watched as they moved about their kitchen, their figures illuminated by the soft light of flickering candles. It was a scene straight out of a storybook, a romantic dinner for two, complete with wine and laughter. For a moment, I allowed myself to bask in the warmth of their shared happiness, a glimpse into a world I could only imagine. But then, as if summoned by the darkness itself, a chill swept through the room, extinguishing the candles in its wake. I watched in horror as the shadows danced and swirled, twisting and contorting into dark, tall, shadow-like figures. And then it happened. A figure emerged from the darkness, a spirit neither living nor dead, its eyes ablaze with an otherworldly fire. With a guttural roar, it attacked my unsuspecting neighbors, its unearthly shrieks echoing through the night like a chorus of lost souls. I wanted to look away, to shield my eyes from the horrors unfolding before me, but I was frozen to the spot, paralyzed by a fear unlike anything I had ever known. I watched as they fought desperately against the darkness, their screams lost in the void of the night. In a moment of desperation, I reached for the phone, my trembling fingers fumbling against the keys as I dialed 911. But as the line connected, I found myself met with nothing but silence, a cold, indifferent void that swallowed my words without a trace. Panic seized me then. I snapped back into reality so I could help my neighbors. I pleaded with the operator, begged them to listen, to believe me when I said that something terrible was happening across the street. But their response was swift and final, a click followed by the empty static of a disconnected line. Tears welled in my eyes as I stared helplessly at the phone in my hand, the weight of my loneliness pressing down upon me. In that moment, I felt utterly and irreversibly alone, a solitary witness to horrors beyond my comprehension. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the darkness receded, leaving nothing but silence in its wake. I watched as my neighbors' lights flickered back to life, their windows once again aglow with the warmth of domesticity. But the illusion was shattered, the feeling of normalcy crumbling like dust in the wind. For I knew now that something sinister lurked just beneath the surface. And so, as the night wore on and the shadows grew ever longer, I remained vigilant. For in the darkness, there are no heroes, no saviors, only those who dare to bear witness to the horrors that lie hidden in the night.